So as you know, I'm a big fan of axis and finding the center. So the first thing I'm going to do, what is it the first thing we do? We found the boundaries, all right? Boundaries. So my drawing is going to be living here. I'm going to do the center. I'm going to do the center. So that's going to give me a lot of information about the drawing. Because if we look at the center, we're going to see that the head is more or less tilted, more or less here, and the feet, this feet is, there's a feet here, more or less, right below the head. So just by doing the center, we're gonna get a lot of information. So a little bit below the center, we have this platform where the guy is sitting, and it's narrower at the top than at the bottom, right? More or less. And here we have the pelvic bone. Actually goes further. This paper doesn't have shackles, so it's harder for me. Here is the pelvic bone, more or less, and here's the rib cage. And the notice that the head and the rib cage are going more or less in the same direction. Remember, if it's perfect, it's wrong, all right? So what we really want to do now is to get the proportions right and put things in the right place. But don't worry about doing the perfect line, all right? So here we have a leg, boom, coming down a little bit, and then the leg changes direction here. Maybe this goes a little bit higher. Yeah, this one is a little. And then we have the other leg here, boom. And it changes direction here, boom. And then we have the feet it changes direction here, boom, boom. Remember, we need to see how things are simple before we see how they are complex. Here we have an arm, it's coming back here, changing direction here, boom. And here we have the hand, right? And then we have the other arm here, boom. And it's changing direction here. And here we have the hand. And we're going to do 3 of these now. We're going to do 3 of these now, and then we're going to add muscles and stuff and more detail, all right? So let's do the structure. Let's do the structure in 3 minutes, okay? We're going to do 3 structures. If you get the structure right, everything is going to be right, or it's going to fall into the right place. But if you get the structure wrong, then we're gonna be in trouble. All right? And let it flow, let it go, let it snow, okay? Don't pick on your lines. Don't try to make the perfect line. Just look at the important things, important points. You can control everything in life. We're gonna see if we can put the muscles on, all right? So this is like the skeleton, and we're going to put the muscles. So the leg, this is like the femur bone, okay? The leg comes from here, kind of straight here, and then change direction here. And here we have the knee. And then it changes direction. And the leg here, the bottom part of the leg, remember there is a calf, so there is a change of direction here. And because of this thing, this changes direction here too. Boom. And then here's the butt. We can get rid of all these things now because it's just for reference. This is the structure. And then the feet here at the heel, change direction here and change direction here. We already have the note for this direction. And change direction here, boom, almost horizontal. And then it goes up here. All right. Remember, if it's perfect, it's wrong. See that I do my lines with my wrist or my arm. I don't do it with my fingernails. The moment you start doing lines with your fingernails, That's the moment where the drawing starts going south. All right. So keep that in mind. To have to keep it fresh. Okay, so here we have the knee, boom, and we have this other leg coming up here, and then join this leg. We have the calf here. We can really see to the leg, so I just get rid of a line, and then here is a change of direction for the heel. Always compare one thing to another if you're not sure. And then change direction here. More or less. Actually, this is not right. Okay, those are the legs. The body, that's the belly here. And then here, you have like the abdomen. Boom. Change direction here. And then we have the arm coming from here. It's a small change in direction here. All right, then the elbow, boom, and the arm coming up. Here we have the face, it's tilted a little bit, and then we have the neck here, boom. You see, because we already have the structure and everything is pretty much in the right place, everything is going to fall into the right place. If you have doubts about something, it's always good to take a step back and look at from afar. And if you have a mirror or your computer, if you look at your work in the mirror, everything that is off is going to pop up like crazy. You're going to see it right away. All right. So here we have the shoulder is a little bit, there's a muscle here. All right, but don't worry too much about that. Then the neck comes here from the back of the head and then change direction here, boom. And here we have the other shoulder, boom. And actually this arm comes from here. Boom. Boom, boom. Now we have a change in direction here, boom. And the hand, try to simplify the hand to the simplest geometric shape you can think of, okay? Remember, everything goes from simple to detail, not from detail to detail. If you get tangled up with the details, it's going to be a mess. Remember, this is like solving a crime, like you are Columbo or Sherlock Holmes, right? We can get rid of these lines here. They're just for reference. Maybe I can do these things in the belly. The clavicles here. So I can do the clavicle. I think the shoulder is higher. So even though you may have things more or less in the right place, doesn't mean that something may not be a little bit off. So the arm here goes a little bit further in. And you have to be able, if you're doing something wrong, you have to be able to have the guts first to see it and then to erase it and do it right, right? And we all do things off at some point, even Velasquez, even Sargent. Sargent is famous for doing small heads out of proportion. So everybody has something off at some point. So it's always very important to look at the big picture and see where things are off. So the head, the chin, change direction here. We have the jaw, and then we have the hair, boom, boom. I don't really care about too much detail here, boom. So let's do it more or less. Try to get it right. Then the clavicule here. Clavicles are important because they give you the direction of the rib cage. So always look at the clavicles if you're confused. This structure here. They're gonna give you a lot of information. Then we have this thing in the middle. And the nose, you know the drill with the face. The face is divided in 3 equal parts, from the chin to the nose, from the nose to the eyebrows, and from the eyebrows to the forehead. The forehead, of course, is a little bit obstructed by the hair, so it's not going to be the same. It's too big. Okay, so we don't want too much detail either. We just want the structure to be right. I think this arm needs more muscle. But again, what we want to have is the right structure, the structure right. All right, so you think you got it? You think we can do it in? It's gonna give you a lot of time to do this one. All right, I'm gonna give you like maybe 8 minutes. All right, so 8 minutes to finish this run. This is a little bit complicated, this one, okay? It's not that simple. That's what I'm going to give you a lot more time. Remember, if it's perfect, it's wrong. All right, try to get. That doesn't mean we're not gonna get it perfect. We're gonna get it perfect, but we want to have the structure first. If we don't have the structure, we don't have anything. All right, so let's try to get the structure in the right place. What I don't want you to do is to fight with your lines, okay? To fight with the details, to overthink things, all right? We do want to do things perfect, but before we do it perfect, we need a structure. We need a roadmap, and then things are gonna fall into the right place. So let me see, on your marks, let me get the timer. On your marks, set, go. 8 minutes. And then we're going to finish the Velasquez. For those who find it a little bit hard, so pelvic bone, rib cage, the same width, all right? This is shorter, but they are the same width. And the head is going more or less in the same direction as the rib cage. And then the legs. The legs. If you get this right, everything's going to be all right, all right? So we have to get this first. If we get this first right, everything is going to be piece of cake, all right?